Hey everybody, today we're talking about ABRSM Grade 1 Tuned Percussion Solo Smoov. S-M-O-O-O-V. Okay? Now, the first thing you need to know when you're playing a tuned percussion piece is the key signature. That's the first thing you see next to the treble clef. It tells us what kind of sharps and flats we're going to need. So if you notice, the first thing you see up on the top is a little sharp sign, and it is all the way up on the F line. E, G, B, D, F, the top line, F. So that tells us that every time we see an F in our music, we're actually going to play F sharp. We're actually going to play this one just above it. It would be the black keys on a piano, right? The accidentals, we call them. So now that we know that when we're playing this piece, we're always going to play F sharps. It helps indicate the key that we're in. And one clever way of finding out what key we're in, doesn't always work, but especially works early on here, is to look at the last note of the piece. And in the very last measure, you see that your very last note is a G. Okay? So that's a pretty good indication that we are in the key of G major. And you may have noticed that you have to learn G major for your scales for the ABRSM Grade 1 books. So hopefully you've done that, and this will be very easy for you. The next thing we need to look at is the time signature. The time signature is right next to that, and those are the two numbers. Here we have 4/4, and the top note tells us how many beats we have in the bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bottom note tells us what kind of notes those are. And if you treat it like a fraction, and you have 4/4, right? 4/4, 4/4. You have 4 quarter notes. A fourth is a quarter. So we have 4 quarter notes per bar. The next thing I like to look at is any sort of indication that the composer has given us. Helps set the tone for what we're about to play. And right above the first bar, our composer Neal writes the word gently, okay? Gently. So we're going to think about being very gentle when we play this piece. The other thing that I like to look at is the title, and the title Smoov. I'm not sure it gives me enough to go on, but I'm imagining he sort of means a slang version of smooth, right? So very smooth and gentle is what we're going to go for here. The next indication they give us right next to it, quarter note equals 82. Those are the beats per minute. So that tells us how fast the quarter notes are going to go. And if you turn on your metronome and take it all the way down to 82 here, this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently 2, 3, 4. Okay, very nice. Now that we have that and we have the tempo, the next thing I like to do is breeze through my dynamics, make sure I understand where I want to be strong and where I want to be soft. And right from the very beginning, we are mezzo forte, which is sort of middle of the road, a pleasant listening volume. And my next indication isn't until bar 5, and we have a P. P for piano, and piano means soft, okay? It doesn't inherently mean quiet, it just means soft. So we're going to play that passage very soft, and that's going to be very contrasting to measure 9, where we have an F for forte, which means strong, okay? It doesn't mean loud, it means strong, okay? So we're going to play that big and hefty. Finally, at the end of that line in measure 12, you can see those 2 little lines coming down. That is a diminuendo, or to get softer, until we reach measure 13 and we go all the way to piano. So we'll use that whole measure to come all the way down to piano. We keep going, we finish with a crescendo to the last bar in mezzo forte, back to that normal volume. Okay? The next thing I like to look at in this particular thing, and something that's very important for playing keyboard instruments, is your sticking, okay? So your sticking is your right and your left hand, which way you're going to play it, which hand's going to start. And a lot of times we use sticking to help with the phrases that we want to play. And we also do it to help put us in position for something down the road. So we might start on a right because we know we need to finish with the right because the next note's the left way down here. And I think that's something you want to work with your teachers on. Not everybody's going to play the same sticking as I do, but I will give you my suggestions because I think that that's what I would have done if I was playing this piece. It's what I did do when I'm playing this piece. Right from the very beginning, starting on beat 2, I will start that with my right hand. Okay, and that brings up a very important little thing here is that we have right, left, right, coming down to that G, and then the left hand's coming right back up to the B. And that, in order to make that happen, we have to lift. We talk about lifting a lot in timpani, lifting straight up, and you've got to do the same when you're playing a tuned percussion instrument because you need to get your mallets out of the way. So we're going to lift, 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 right? Okay, fantastic. The next sort of indication I think is relevant. Measure 3, I will start that beat 2 on my left hand. So that way my right hand is wide open for that D, and then we can slide straight down the scale, left, right, left, right, left. Again, lifting to get our sticks out of the way, okay? Fantastic. Another good instance of sticking, again, work with your teacher, find the appropriate sticking for you, but a really good one at the measure 12, right at the end of line 3. I begin that with my left hand because we're already making a diminuendo and we want good control over our sticks. So we're going to start left, right, left, right, left. That way we can focus more on the decrescendo than trying to get all of our sticks around. Okay? I think we're ready for a play along. I'm going to count you in and we're going to do this a little bit slower than the original tempo. And then after that, I will also include a count in so you can play along with the performance tempo of 82. Okay, I think we're ready for our play along here. Now I'm going to slow this right down to quarter note equals 66, and I'm going to ask us to focus on one thing that we're going to always do with our keyboard solos. Just right now we're going to focus on placing every time in the middle of the bar. Okay, we don't want to play on the edges yet. We'll try to play right in the middle. So especially when we're going this slow tempo, making sure everything is right in the middle and we're consistently playing in the same spot every time. Okay, here is quarter note equals 66. I'll count along. I encourage you to count along as well. I think it's really important. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and ready, play. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, lift, lift. 4, piano. Really quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. 4, big and strong here. And 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Left, right, left, diminuendo. Piano. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Crescendo a little bit. 2 and 3. Very nice. Now we talk about this sometimes with solos on snare drum and timpani, but also with glockenspiel here or xylophone, whatever you might be playing it on. It's quite nice to sort of finish this deliberately, and by deliberately I mean the very last bar playing 1, 2, and 3. It can be a little bit more placed, really set down and saying, here we are done. Okay, it's a really nice way to deliver that message to your listener that the piece is finished. All right, I hope you're having fun. Again, just after this, I'll have a count in and you can play along with the performance tempo. If you have any questions, please send them in to me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you're having fun. See you later. Bye.
1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play.